Any second guesses for the 2-point conversion there, Keefe? Like, you probably should have known Richardson was going to run right over you. They did that all day long.
Yeah.
They didn't feel particularly ready for that. I don't know what you're supposed to do with Richardson down there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what the second guess is, just because you had an entire drive to get a stop.
Yeah.
Like, they put themselves in fourth down 3 different times and got it every time. And then the 2-point conversion essentially is another fourth down. So they had 4 have-to-have-it plays. And they went 4 for 4.
You want to cry about Christian Barmore getting held? I know a lot of people are doing that today.
Not really.
That was the difference in the game, totally. Like that, yeah, they would have won if Christian Barmore wasn't held on that play.
I am pissed just as a Ramondre fantasy owner that they called the Onwenu one on the Mondre cat.
Yeah.
That one kind of annoys me. But
that
no, the last
in my
play of the
craw
game,
a little bit, yeah.
Like, whatever. All right, so they call that, then they end up probably kicking the point, and then they end up winning it overtime.
I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So
no, I'm not going to freak out about that.
Let's play it out. Let's actually play that out. They call the hold. Christian Barmar's held. They don't get the 2-point conversion. The Colts kick the extra point. You go to overtime, and then what?
You had 4th and goal from the
lose.
3, and you gave up an Anthony Richardson touchdown pass. You deserve to lose. Like, come on.
There's so many things I would rather spend my time on than crying about the officials missing that. People want to cry about the Alex Austin pass interference as well.
Yeah.
I think it was a clear pass interference on that drive. And so, I don't know, maybe have your coach challenge a catch, or maybe, I don't know, mix in a stop at any point, or be more aggressive with your play calling. Or, look, the Hail Mary and field goal thing, I don't think you're winning the game either way, but I would have hucked it up with your best player instead of leaving it on the leg, and it was a strong leg, but leaving it on the leg of a guy who can't kick from 25.
I thought he hit it. Like, when it first went up, I
thought it looked pretty good.
I'm like, he's going to win this game on a 68-yard field goal. Then I was like, oh, no, it fell a little bit short.
So lots of room to get in all your second guesses. 617-779-7937. We'll take you around the NFL. Week 13, what happened? Coming up about 15 minutes from now. So stay tuned from that. Meanwhile, I liked the Shaughnessy tweet yesterday. I think it's a good way to get into the Patriots and their identity. They're soft. They're scared.
No, they're not soft. They were soft for a day, and then they're not. They're not soft. And they changed his tune on that.
Yeah, no, they're hard. That's what they are.
Yeah, they go real hard.
Shaughnessy tweeted right after the game when you see Steichen going for 2 and Richardson punching it in for the 2-point conversion. That, boys and girls, is coaching to win rather than coaching not to lose.
Yeah.
Then he throws in his, requisite shot at the crafts. He says no CBS shots of the crafts in the box after this one.
That's true.
But that is how you play to win or coach to win.
Yeah, no doubt.
As compared to doing whatever it is the Patriots are doing. So, do the Patriots have an identity? And if they do, what is it?
I think it's funny because Gerard Mayo called the team soft right after their loss to Jacksonville. Now, that was a big talking point for a week. It got Bill Belichick all excited, and he got to say how bad he felt for the players and all this, that, and the other thing. And it was a major talking point. But I think the reality is they coach soft, and we've been saying that after almost every game. Like another decision, which was, oh my God, let's hope hope this doesn't backfire on us. So now's a good time to punt and let's gain 15 yards, or God forbid, we're not going to go for 2. We can't do that. Like, I think they kind of coach soft. So that in a way is their identity, as well as anybody not named Caleb Williams is going to go out there and have a great day against you. On offense, like their defense right now, I don't even know what the overall stats say as far as like points per game and stuff, but just when teams need it, if they need a first down or if they need a 2-point conversion, they need a touchdown, they need a final drive, they can get it against the Patriots. It's not an uncomfortable day going up against the Patriots defense.
No, not at all. I'll agree with
except for the Bears game. The Bears game was like a weird outlier. That one was.
That was one. That's true. You're right. We shouldn't say none. That was one. I agree with the Twitch chat, twitch.tv/BostonWEEI. Always a real healthy conversation going on in there.
Good stuff.
Shime's Potatoes, is that a new one? I hadn't seen that one in there. Maybe I missed it before.
Shime famously made mashed potatoes. They were all doing like a cook-off, and apparently they were like unedible. They were like so bad. I didn't have them, so I can't speak to it, but apparently they were like the worst mashed potatoes ever.
Okay. We weren't super high on mashed potatoes when it came to our Thanksgiving tiers.
Just about outside?
Yeah, it was just about outside. Yeah, people thought,
or whatever it was.
People thought it should have been goat.
Oh, no, give me that.
The biggest debate was
was
lumps or no lumps.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Keith likes just a smooth
gruel of a
drink
potato.
Just
drink that. Yeah, exactly. I take them mashed potatoes with the straw.
No gravy.
Yeah.
No gravy, and just thin as can be. But I agree with Shime's Potatoes there in the Twitch chat.
You do?
Their identity is they're scaredy cats.
Scaredy cats.
I don't think their identity is soft as much as it is scared. They're afraid.
They play scared.
They
can't
coach,
play scared.
They coach scared. they're like afraid. Right from their first decision was, do we start Drake Maye week 1? They were too afraid to do it.
Scared to death.
They were scared.
Yeah.
Right from week 1. Like, they've never been bold, aggressive, and, a team that is trying to win. Like, Shaughnessy puts it perfectly.
Yeah.
They're afraid. They're not coaching to win. They're coaching not to lose. They're scaredy cats.
It's true.
And that is the team identity. And I think on some level it trickles down to the players. But my bigger gripe is the way they coach it. That's their identity. And you just know anytime there's a big decision in the game, they're going to go conservative. They're going to go soft. Yeah. They're afraid to turn it over as opposed to trying to go win the game. And I think, Keefe, that's born out of job security. I think everybody down there is worried about losing their jobs and making an egregious mistake and screwing it up and getting fired for it and being held accountable for it. And so they wind up making terrible decisions out of being conservative. They're afraid.
Yeah, that could be. And you hope that they can see Drake Maye and that kind of snaps them out of it. It'd be like, all right, are we doing the best for him? And this is the guy that can lead us out of this. Like, this team has stunk for a couple of years. You have the quarterback now. You can give him opportunity. Like, yeah, he might turn it over every once in a while. Not the end of the world. He also is going to make a lot more plays. Like, if you give him the chance to make more plays, I think they're going to outweigh any kind of negative play. So it's one thing to coach that way when you have Jacoby Brissett or if you had Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi. You don't have that guy. You don't have any of those guys anymore. You have Drake Maye. So let him make plays, and hopefully that can change them a little bit. Now, it's a combination, right? You're going to need Alex Van Pelt to call a little bit more aggressive play calling, but then also Gerard Mayo when it comes to those overall head coaching decisions, when to punt, when not to punt, like just how aggressive you are, what's fourth down territory, what isn't, all that stuff. I don't know if you're going to get a big major change from those guys, but you would think if they want to keep their jobs, that has to be one of like the selling points. Be like, all right, I know we started out really conservative, but like we feel like now we have the confidence in Drake Maye. This is what's better for the team going forward.
I don't think any of them have thick skin. I think they're all worried about being second-guessed. They're all worried about their own jobs. And just think about this. Shane Steichen should be worried about his job in Indianapolis. He has Anthony Richardson who can't throw.
No.
Can't throw.
Nope. Does not throw.
And he went out there and was aggressive and tried to win and said, you know what? If I'm going down swinging. I'm going down aggressively. That's the Patriots' identity. They're afraid. And I don't know who to blame for that. I mean, maybe all the way to the top. Maybe you go right to Robert Kraft and say, it's a bunch of guys who were forced together, a bunch of guys who aren't ready for their jobs, and a bunch of guys who, aren't confident they're going to be here long term. So maybe you go right to the top with that one. I don't know whose fault that is, but the whole team's scared. And that's their identity. That's their problem. 617-779-7937. Let's go to Coach in New Hampshire. What's up, Coach?
Coach.
Hey guys, great show. Your descriptors are right on with being scared. I do want to add one descriptor, and that's called delusional. Here's what I mean. 8 minutes to go in the game. You go run, third and long, sack, punt. Here's your delusion. Our defense can stop them. We're not going to give an 80-yard drive. The defense sucks. I don't know why it's gone this bad, but it's bad. But so that was my anger yesterday. Then I woke up today, because sometimes a good night's sleep will do that, and I'm like, wait a minute. We have a fantastic young quarterback who, by the way, should have had the ball in his hands with 8 minutes to go and thrown a couple of short passes and got us a field goal and a 2-score lead. But we have a better draft choice this morning, and we have found a quarterback. That's where I'm at. Thank you, guys.
Well, that's interesting.
Positive spin in there at the end.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I think I'm about at the point where I'm rooting for the draft pick. I'm pretty close to it.
No, I'm usually very pro draft and everything, but like this year, you already have the quarterbacks. I'm like not as crazy about it.
I need to flesh it out a little bit more over the bye week, but I'm pretty much at the point where
you think Elliott Wolf's going to pick the right guy?
No, probably not.
All right, so like I'm not all that
sure
jazzed
Wolf's making the pick.
Oh well, I think so. Maybe not.
I also think so, but I'm not sure.
No, I guess I'm not sure of anything. I question every decision I make.
You should. Yeah. And so I think I'm kind of what's another win going to do? Like, let's say they get one more win. Does that matter? 2 might, because then the over hits, and then I can brag about that a little bit.
All right, Terp's got the Tankathon up right now.
Yeah,
as of
fourth.
today, the Patriots are 4th. Of course, they have their bye week this week, so some other teams. There's a lot of bad teams. Like, look how quick. Like, if you win a 4th game, which I don't think they will, but if you do, all of a sudden you're down to 9th. There's a lot of awful teams right now.
Yeah, do I trust Elliot Wolf to make the right pick? No, I do not. I'm not sure he'll be making the pick, but if he is, I don't trust him. But I'd rather have him making the pick at 1 than at 9.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's as simple as that. But Coach's first point. Coach getting a lot of flack, by the way.
What, people don't like Coach?
In the Twitch chat.
What do you mean?
For referring to himself as Coach.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you want to just be like another Pete? Like, call in like something else.
Guy from the
Coach?
207 says, call me Maestro.
Call in Maestro. We'll call you Maestro.
I would happily call someone Maestro.
That's fine.
I like Coach. I like Big Head Tony. I like some of these names we have on the call screen.
That's not true. So one of the guys in the Twitch chat says it's like calling yourself a military rank when you've never served. Well, what if he is a coach? He's a coach.
Yeah.
That's not fake.
It's like stolen valor is what's going on.
Like if I was like, hey Jones, call me Colonel, like that'd be outrageous. Well, don't call me Colonel.
It's a good nickname though. But here's where Coach, stolen valor or not, was coming from. The Patriots, 7:59 left. They have the ball at their own 48.
No, this is a great call because we're talking about just how easily the Colts march down the field. But
run for two up the middle to Stevenson.
Nice.
Right, this is before the Colts drive.
Before that.
Run off left tackle for -3 yards with Stevenson, which, again, just like the whole building knew you were running with Stevenson. And then they take a sack with Drake Maye on 3rd and 11. Boom, only punt of the day. Colts get the ball back. And that conservative play calling, that scared play calling, is my gripe too. Like, you get down to the red zone on your opening drive, you got to settle for a field goal because you become predictable. Right before the half, I thought was sackless play calling. And then this, like, there's a trend there, which bothers me.
Well, this should have been much more of a momentum swing because you force a punt, right? So you force the punt. This is after the really bad Hunter Henry bobble that turns into an interception type of thing. So you have that. But then you force a punt, a 3-and-out punt by the Colts. You get the ball back. You have a nice drive, march down the field, score a touchdown, and get the 2-point conversion. So you go up by 7. You take a 24-17 lead. 2 plays later, Christian Gonzalez comes up with a great interception.
Should have been the game.
Like, holy smokes, like, what a turn of events. You got the lead. You're up by a touchdown. Gonzalez just makes a great play. You force Richardson to throw. Bad things are going to happen for them. And then it's just you have the ball for 2 minutes. It's 2 runs, a sack, and then you give it back. And to Coach's point, they're thinking, well, we got a good defense. Our defense will win it.
Our defense will get a stop.
Defense will not win it. Like, you need to keep scoring. You need to score as many points as possible. That's one of the reasons why we get so frustrated when they settle for field goals. If you had amazing defense, maybe you do win 17-10 or 20-17. Maybe you'd win more games like that. You don't have a great defense.
No.
And that was on full display on that final drive.